Flip, what's the matter with you?
Hello, Flip readers. So, you want some questions answered about Flipped. I'm here to answer at least most of them. Question: were the events in the story based on your personal life? I almost hate to answer that question, but yes and no. There's a lot that goes into writing a book, and so it's kind of a collection of things. Part of it was, I had a crush on a boy who did not like me when I was in elementary school and junior high school and high school, all the same boy. So, yes, there was a little therapy involved in writing Flipped. What's it like to have a book adapted as a film? For me, it was an amazing experience. Rob Reiner was the director. He actually read the book. He loved the book, and he was true to the book. So I even tried to get him to change the ending a little bit because I get so much fan mail about what happened to Bryce and Julie. But he went and stuck with the book. Is it difficult to write novels where each chapter is told from a different point of view? Kind of. And at first when I was writing Flipped, I was totally on Team Julie. And then as I started seeing Julie through the eyes of Bryce, I'm like, oh, wow, she is annoying. And so as the feelings for each other change in the story, my feelings for Bryce kind of changed too. I started liking him. I started understanding him. I started, wishing that things were different for the two of them. Next question. Is the Sycamore Tree story a real life thing that you put in the story? Yes and no, because that's what authors do. They kind of take their experiences and then they fictionalize them. When I was a young girl, there was an oak tree up on a corner lot. And then we used to go climb it all the time. And it was just like this vacant lot with this big oak tree. And they cut it down. So, and I remember being very traumatized by that. So I guess you could say that, sort of. I thought sycamore sounded more romantic than oak, which is why I changed the kind of tree. What are the challenges of writing romance novels? And what is the best thing about it? Well, the challenge of writing a romance novel is actually less than the challenge of writing other novels because I think we all understand love. So the best thing about it is that, well, we all understand love and we get to kind of fashion it in a way that resonates with our heart and hopefully has a happy ending. Do you think Julie and Bryce are still together nowadays? That is the $1 million question. And I will ask you, what do you think? Next question. What is your favorite moment of the book? Oh my goodness. Well, there's the sad moment. It's like when the sycamore tree comes down. I just cried and cried and cried. And then there are the funny moments, everything to do with the band down in Skylar's garage. And then, let me see, when Julie's father brings her the painting. I love that. When the boys are spying through the fence on Julie and her chickens. I love that. Oh, okay, I'll stop. There are just a lot of parts in this book that I really liked. What advice would you give to someone who wants to start writing a book? Honestly, I would say you have to read a lot. And I would say that one of the things that you should read is a book that I've written about writing, which is coming out in January. It's called Hope in the Mail. Hope in the Mail. And it's all about writing. It's all my tips. Everything that I know is in this book. So that would probably be, if you're interested in writing, that would be a good resource. Is it better to write love stories or stories like Shredder Man? Well, love stories are awesome. And then Shredder Man, cyber superhero. I can't answer that question. How did you come up with the idea of Julie having an egg yard? The little chick on the cover really caught my attention. Julie having an egg yard was sort of a spontaneous, just like it evolved as I was writing the story. And the little chick on the cover, I didn't have anything to do with the design of the cover, but it is, I really, really like the cover of Flipped with the upside down chick. I think it says a lot with very little. Does it take long for a book to be published? I hate to tell you this, but yes. And Hope in the Mail, I talk about the years that went into me getting my first book deal. Once you have your book picked up by a publisher, it is probably going to be about 2 years before you're able to, go check it out of the library. What do you think are the most important things to consider when writing a romance novel? What it feels like to be in love. You just have to find your heart when you're writing a romance novel. It's not something that you can put together like a puzzle, really. It's more you have to dig deep into your heart and let that part out. Will there be a sequel for Flipped? Well, no. I'm sorry. Since Hollywood was making a movie out of it, I was sure that they would have a conclusive ending. But then Rob Reiner decided to stick with the book. So as far as a sequel, if you have a copy of the anniversary edition of Flipped, the one with the orange stripe down the side of it, find a copy of this, because there's a whole section in there explaining things like the Flip to movie experience and also why I haven't written a sequel. So I have legitimate reasons. They're in here. Thank you for reading Flipped. Thank you for liking my little chick book. Happy reading from California.
Hey, have you flipped? What's the matter with you?